Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to do your brows and contours. Please remember to like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to take a spoolie and brush her eyebrows. Once that is done and we've made sure all the hairs are in place, I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil and line under her eyebrow following her brush shape. Once we're done lining under her eyebrow, we're going to go over the top, but starting from kind of the middle. You don't want to start from the start because there are less hairs on the top front and you need to keep your brows looking natural and beautiful. So do the same to the other side. Just line your eyebrows carefully following your brush shape. Make sure everything is in place. And yeah, you just don't want to go like over to the sides and stuff, so just maintain your brush shape. Next, you want to go and fill in starting from the inner corner and try avoiding filling in the beginning parts because like I said, we want to keep it natural. Yeah, so just go and fill in the inner corners. Be very light on your hand. Brush the eyebrows using the same spoolie, or you can use a toothbrush or whatever product you have for brushing. Just keep brushing to just kind of blend everything. Like, you don't need harsh lines when doing your brows, so just brush. Next, after brushing, I'm gonna take my eyebrow pencil and actually like give very light strokes to the beginning parts. As you can see, I'm doing it now. Just give very light strokes to the beginning part to just give it life. That is if you feel like it's not filled in. Next, I'm taking my Elegant Pro Concealer. It's in the shade Fawn, I believe, but I'm gonna check and then put everything in the description box. When concealing, you wanna like go into the inner corner first. Take your time, guys. Concealing is very key. Take your time. You don't want to rush because you're going to ruin it and then you're going to start afresh, and we don't want that. So yeah, guys, just try your best to take your time. Make sure everything is neat, and remember to hold the brush in a flat position because you want to make sure when you're concealing to just kind of keep the concealer on the outside and not push it into the eyebrow. So you have to do that carefully. As you see, I keep going back in and out, and while also pushing the concealer towards the front of the eyebrow, like towards the beginning. So just take your time, guys. That's what I'm doing right now. Next, I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to start with the inner corner and then just make sure my brush is flat and then just go in and conceal. I'm carefully taking my brush, making sure it doesn't have too much product on it. That's what you want to do. Just make sure your brush doesn't have too much product. So like a trick I could tell you is when you're putting a concealer, you can put some of it like on the bottom of the eye before directly going into next the eyebrow. Then just keep pushing in the concealer little by little. That helps you not put too much product on the eyebrow. It actually will keep it in the right place. Now I'm taking Black Opal foundation in the shade Beautiful Bronze. It's kind of like her skin tone. So I'm going to use it at the beginning bottom part of her eyebrow. Guys, when concealing your eyebrow, you need to use something of your skin tone, preferably your foundation, at the beginning bottom part and the top to kind of make it easier for it to blend with the skin. And as you can see, I'm holding my brush in kind of like a flat position. It just helps make that really crisp line, that beautiful line. So guys, just do this as carefully as possible because concealing is like one of the trickiest parts when you're making your eyebrow. Like, guys, you don't want to rush and then you have to do it all over again. So just take your time and have very light strokes. Don't put too much product, don't put too much pressure. Like you can see, my brush is flat and it's just helping that line just be very crisp and clean. And like I said before, I'm going to take the same foundation and go over the top of her brows, because it just blends in better when you're putting the foundation and stuff. You don't have to do too much cleaning. So yeah, just use something that is either your skin tone or very slightly lighter, just because you want it to be neat. I'm doing the same to the other eyebrow, just going over it with the foundation of her skin tone. Meanwhile, try as much as possible to follow the shape of the eyebrow that you already drew earlier. It will just make everything simpler for you. Next, you just want to take a brush with some product on it, like some foundation of the skin tone or whatever you've been using to conceal the top and the bottom beginning of the eyebrow. Take it with some foundation and then just clean the area in the middle, just to make everything blend out. If you want to have your face with a foundation, this is a step where you just wipe off like the excess concealer and blend everything else with your skin. If you're going to use foundation, then you just keep tapping and blending everything in. Now I'm taking the Elegant Pro Concealer that we used earlier on to conceal the eyebrow, and I'm just spreading it all over the eyelid just to make a base for whatever I'm going to put as eyeshadow. Just make sure everything is blended out really well, because you don't want like everything to like start creasing and stuff, so just make sure you blend everything well. Next, I'm gonna take my banana setting powder and I'm just gonna tap it on the eyelids just to set this concealer, because like I said, you don't want it to crease, so you need something to set it so it stays in place. You know, there's eye movement. So yeah, just put some setting powder, let it stay on for some time, and then you can put whatever you're going to do next, like eyeshadow or whatever. But in this case, I'm just doing a brows and contours, so I'm going with powder on the eyelids as my eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm just dusting off the setting powder and tapping in the compact powder. Like basically that's what I'm doing. You can use any shade of powder, light, dark, whatever you want to use is okay, just anything. So well, I went ahead and applied my eyeliner and my eyelashes offline. I used the Mr. Tie eyelashes. That's how the box looks like. The eyelashes are on. I went in and put moisturizer, primer, and the base before going in with the foundation. I did all that offline because this is mainly the brows and contours, so I didn't want to show so much of other things. If you want to see how the foundation is done, what goes in before what, you can check out my other videos. Right now I'm putting the foundation, and this is the black opal in the shade Beautiful Bronze. Make sure it's blended out properly, like before you go in to do your contours. Just make sure everything is really blended in properly, and choose your skin shades very carefully. Next, I'm going to take the Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan, and I'm going to put it on the areas I want to highlight, like you can see, under her eyes, on the nose, above her lips, on her chin, and on her forehead. This is just to brighten the areas I'm highlighting and just to give her face more life. This step is very important because it kind of gives the face more definition. Next, I'm going to take my beauty blender and tap in the concealer. Try to tap it in, maintaining the position where you actually put it, because when it goes overboard and it goes to other areas, then it's going to ruin what you're trying to create here. What you're trying to do here is do a nice contour. Next, I'm taking my Pro Concealer in a shade I'm not sure, but it will be in the description box, and putting it in the same places as earlier. Then I'm going to let it rest there for a while I contour the face. Okay, I just do this step because it just helps me have better coverage. I don't know, but yeah, it just helps me have better coverage. You guys should try this. People don't do it often, but yeah. Next, I'm taking the black opal in the shade Ebony. It's like the darkest shade, and I'm going to use it to contour. I'm putting it on her cheekbones, the sides of her nose, and some parts of her forehead, because these are the places you usually want to contour to give the face like the definition and the shape that you want it to bring out. So next, I'm just blending in the darker foundation that I'm using for my contour. I'm just blending it out. Guys, don't worry that it looks dark. That's how it's supposed to look. Later, when you blend it out with the concealer, it's going to look more uniform and have a much more understanding color. Yeah, I must say. So just blend. But meanwhile, if you're not very confident about blending out with something that's so dark, use something that's almost your skin shade, so that you don't feel like it's too dark and then it's just not working. Well, so now what I'm doing is I'm tapping in the remaining concealer and just blending it into the skin. As you guys can see, it's so beautiful, and every time I do this step, it just really gives me perfect results. Nice coverage, beautiful skin work. So you guys just try it. You're gonna thank me, trust me. Yeah, so blend. I'm not making the nose too small because this is like kind of natural, though I'm not gonna let it be that huge either. I'm gonna like reduce it later. So I'm taking my banana powder and I'm just going to use it to set under her eyes. I'm just setting it, not baking yet, guys. When you set under your eyes, it gives it a different kind of vibe. Set and then bake. I'm only going to do that under the eyes. The rest of the places I'm going to bake. So yeah, try this and you'll thank me later. So now I'm going ahead to bake. Someone might ask what's the difference between setting and baking. So when you're setting, you're just tapping the powder in and like letting it sink into the skin. When you're baking, you just put the powder and let it sit on top, and then later dust it off. As you see right now, I'm just baking because I'm putting powder on her skin. I'm not pressing it in, and then later I'm going to clean it. So baking under her eyes, on her forehead, and under her cheekbones, because I want to make sure that the contours are really defined. And you guys, next I'm using a darker powder to just kind of like define the sides of her nose where we contoured earlier. These are just the steps to contouring. Remember to go over the parts you contoured using a darker powder or a contour kind of shade. Well, as you can see, going over her cheekbones with also the darker powder. Yeah, then now I'm on her forehead using the powder of her skin tone. I don't really need to go with something darker because I'm now blending this in. So just blend every other place that's necessary. I'm still going over the cheekbones, under her chins, like around the neck and stuff. Now dusting off the setting powder and then tapping on the compact powder of her skin shade. Yeah, I'm just trying to now finish off the skin work. So you guys, that's just how you do it. Dust off the setting powder, tap on the compact powder. Just continue this process until you get what result you're looking for. Don't mind if it's like looking ashy to gray or something. Just keep doing as long as you feel like there are no patches or anything, there are no harsh lines. everything is blended out really well. Just keep doing. So I'll just continue this process until you feel like you're satisfied with the result, like the contouring and then the way this settles on the skin. Next, I'm going to take the lovely Shy Fix Mist and I'm going to spray her face. Guys, I'm very generous when it comes to setting spray because it gives beautiful results. This is what takes away all that ashiness. So just don't be mean, be generous, and yeah. So yeah, her face is sprayed down. I'm going with some blush and I'm going over the contours. Yeah, just go over the contours. Next I'm going to take my brush and just kind of like tap the face to help the parts that are not dry properly. I'm just tapping everywhere, basically, over the contours, over the eyebrows, over the powder. Like, I'm just tapping everywhere to make sure that it's just flawless. That's what you guys want. Just make sure it's flawless. I'm just loving this. Look at the beautiful skin work. Taking the Get Gorgeous highlighter and I'm gonna go with it over the cheekbones as usual. Ooh, you guys. Well, let's just continue. Yeah, go with the highlighter on those parts that you really want to pop. You guys, you can just hear from my voice, I'm loving this. Like, it's just so beautiful. Yeah, so go over the cheekbones. I'm gonna go over her forehead, on her chin, on her nose, below her eyebrow. Like, but be very careful when you're doing this. Don't put too much on the forehead, don't put too much on the chin. Like, just put it in moderate. Yeah, so I'm going with it over the nose now. Put it on the tip and then in the middle. You don't want to have a straight harsh line of highlighter. No, you guys. That is so like 2017 or something. I mean, we're in 2020. So yeah, guys, just remember the tip of the nose and then the middle. So take some and put it over her brow bones, like under her eyebrows, just to give it some shimmer and to make it pop. The inner corner of the eye. But you guys, if you're not a highlighter fan, don't overdo this. Next, I'm taking lipstick and I'm putting a pale kind of pink on her lips. I don't even know what brand this is. Then I'm lining it with a brown pencil and then I'm going to need her help to kind of like bap on it and just help it blend out. And then I'm going to take my lip gloss. I don't even know what lip gloss this is, but yeah, just find everything at Miss Atai's store because she has just the best beauty products. Yeah, so I'm putting this on the lips. Guys, look at this lip gloss. It's so pretty and it has a bit of color, so it has added that orange feel to the pink, so that it just gives it that cute finish. Like, it all blends in really well. I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as I am. Yeah, so take a brush just to blend in the lip gloss together with the lipstick, and that's it. Like, literally that's it. I hope y'all can learn something from this. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to come again next time. Remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Until next time, kisses.